I tell you, you ain't heard nothing.
Why, hello, one and all, to another Mechpit chat for the night of September 8th, 2025. I am Ironcaster here to help you settle into the week because, well, the weekend's come and gone, and the week's only just begun. But that doesn't mean we have to hate it. Folks, I think I'm doing pretty good out there. The finances, bills gotta come up, bills gotta come due, and it sucks, but you live life and you just keep rolling with the punches out there. We are live over, I think I'm today on X and Kick and YouTube for those of you who might want to check out some of the alternate streaming platforms. I know Rumble's out there, and I should get around to doing more with Rumble, but it's always been a little bit of a hassle for me. And if I can only pick three, I'm gonna pick the ones where I feel like there's a good bit of growth and a bit of positive encouragement for myself. It's been an interesting little weekend. Things were kind of quiet around here at the Mechpit HQ. Of course, I started getting a little bit more creative, feeling those creative juices flowing, and I actually started, taking around some of like the Suno AI music. So who knows? Maybe we'll have some stuff here soon. Bit of a change for things around here. I've just kind of been feeling like a bit of fantasy and elves lately, so I wanted to do a little bit more with that. And anyone who might have happened to be following me over on Twitter saw some elf posting today, and for that little dopamine hit for myself, I got quite a few impressions. I got some more followers, so all those little feel good juices kind of flowing through the brain. I was like, yeah, we're just gonna go post some more elves. We're gonna look at some of them, and people love sharing their elves and Tau. But there's something to be said there, though. I don't know. I'm having fun with it. I might do some more fantasy girl posting. We'll see what happens as the days go forward. Who else is out there, real quick? Let me say hello to everyone out there. Such as that great big man, that big beautiful wrench there, Mr. Vince Womack, who's been so kind to drop all those links in the chat for me. And yes, I would sure love those subs. I would sure love it if you help me out on all those different places around. We've got a Discord where we might do some more waifu posting. We might do some more role playing games, and I'm all over the internet too. For example, over on 32 Flares and Nickweiser. But all of this is just a little bit of shopkeeping. We got some other guys here like Philip Demick. Happy Mecha Monday, friends. Thank you. Yes, and also Dave C. Yeah, we're feeling a little Tolkien. We're feeling some elves tonight, and I wanted to enjoy that because as much as I love some big robots, I do love me some elves. I love me those big ears and those big, beautiful, eyes. That's what I tell them. But not only that, I also love having these fine boys in the back here. Without further ado, let me go ahead and bring these guys on.
Let's get things started. Gundam fight all set. Ready? Go!
Ooh, matchup. Let's go.
Hey guys, welcome.
Since I'm in Texas, does that mean I'm closer to Tequila Gundam than any of you guys?
Maybe.
I think so.
Yeah.
So, boys, how are you doing?
Good. I'm doing all right. A bunch of housekeeping, and I mean that in like the most literal sense. Just kind of cleaning up my whole crafting area. I am setting up for a bunch of plushie work. So I don't know. What would you think would be a good plushie set for a first run? Like, how many should I make? Like the first run, you know? You think I should make like 10? Should I make like 20? Should I make fucking 50?
Well, I guess that begs the question, like, how big of a plushie are we talking here?
Yeah.
We're talking. So, the head is probably like half the size of your hand,
Okay.
and the rest of the
we're talking like a
body
little
might.
bit like yay big.
So it's gonna be just if you held your hand out like just like that, it's gonna be just a little bigger than that.
Okay.
Fair enough. That seems a reasonable size.
It's small. It's small.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like making like a miniature game out of it too.
Okay.
Just because I've been workshopping like in the back like a game. And I'm like, if I do, and it's like it's for people who like to sew, and also like it's like Warhammer, but for people who like to sew, you know. You know how people at Warhammer they have the miniature painting and stuff like that.
So it's like War Needle.
Oh man, you have no idea because like we even got like special glasses.
Oh, what, you do that too? That was just a random comment. I'm sure that Snacks made.
Oh yeah, no. I don't have any magnifying glass thingies. I probably should. It'd probably be helpful when I go into like the little detail thingies. But
You have no idea how useful these are, and I feel like I'm ready to like rumble in Vietnam or something. Like, you know, off to be some military operator.
Oh really? Huh?
I got nothing. I was not prepared.
You're not prepared for me to have my my toy bang bang.
I wasn't prepared to bring anything to the gun show.
It's a thing where people collect plushies anyways. I'm like, if we have miniature plushies, and I make like a whole bunch of goblins first, slimes second. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and then if you have some leftover Beanie Babies, they could be some like grunts, maybe. I don't know.
There we go. I'm gonna take off those. Getting a little tight on the head.
I mean, this is not canon.
Yeah, maybe I'll make a basic adventurer and stuff like that. You know, like it'll be like something to play with. Soft, squishy.
Yeah.
Place to play.
All right. Okay, just that. So I wasn't originally going to be talking about Kamen Rider tonight. I figured I was going to get that all out of my system yesterday, just to not drag you guys down. But I guess I should ask, guys.
We actually did our homework.
Yeah, we watched the Kamen Rider.
And
00 Kamen.
It's Agent 7 there, Punkwaddle.
Oh,
7.
I got the.
But it is very much the freaking super nod to 007. Yeah, it's a nod to Bond, like 1,000%.
It's hilarious. Like,
it was all a dream.
I went into it expecting it to be like a secret agent story, and I didn't expect to be coming out of it with like Nightmare on Elm Street: The Dream Warriors.
Yeah, it's really.
Yeah.
I've watched a couple of, at least a few of the first episodes of some, but that one had so much going for it, so much just from the get go. You're like, okay, what's going? Oh, okay, oh, that's fun. Oh, what? Okay, oh, like it was very creative, really set the stage. You've got characters that are all kind of. They're all new to this. They're learning about each other, right?
Well, it's fundamentally us getting thrown not necessarily into the deep end, but we're getting thrown in just enough with that new series just to kind of say, okay, this is a totally new guy. He's discovering these powers alongside us, and in a lot of ways, I thought I think it does work because he's a character who has, lucid dreaming is his big thing. So it makes sense that he could do just about anything in a dream.
Mm-hmm. Like I like the whole stuff about his luck.
Mhm.
Like there's some very strong themes that you're starting to. I mean, they made it clear that these are very strong themes in the show and themes of the character, right? And I'm really excited to see how they play out.
And I mean, it also kind of goes to show you like the head writer of this show on this season is also one who's done a few of the other well received ones, such as Kamen Rider Geats, which is one of the few series that has come to the West. So there are some series that you could watch and compare to.
Yeah,
and there was a very big Western push on this one too. I noticed.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I mean, I'm not just saying with all the English being said, but there was that as well.
Well, I mean, wasn't it back in the spring we were talking about it? I know Bounding into Comments, Spencer wrote an article about it, about Toei Animation, One Piece, like all the stuff that they're trying because of the Japanese kind of has hit its cap, right? They can only support so much industry. They have to expand globally, or they're not going to be able to sustain what they have. And because it's already kind of had its foot in the door for, like you said, Geats and a few other, and the Sentai in general, that and the way that a lot of Korean entertainment and everything is coming over, and not just Japanese but Chinese and Taiwanese like entertainment coming over, it's a prime.
That was bound to be a fan art. That was bound to be. I do like now that I see it in action and all that stuff, like not in like flashy like Japanese spurgy freaking promos. Now that I see it in the film on the show, I'm like, wow, I do actually like this this outfit, the new Kamen Rider suit.
Yeah.
It's just simple enough that you're not getting too distracted, but it's also got plenty of room for some wiggle room with it. Because I know we are going to be getting some different changes along the way, and it's kind of something I showed off yesterday. Although it hasn't appeared in the show yet, we know that they will make some modification to it, like giving wings.
Oh,
I'm fine with giving wings and all that other crazy stuff. As long as the base unit is pretty simple, I'm actually kind of happy with that, you know? Like add-ons are one thing, but like keep the base unit like simple but classy, and I'm a happy camper.
Well, one other thing I did realize, especially, and I don't know how it's going to be going forward, but when it was in the dream sequence, right? It's just he doesn't need all those like stormtrooper armor pieces, right? He doesn't need all that clunky plastic. It does its thing. It flares up. It has its modifications in the moment, which I love the way it lit up. But because it's a dream sequence, he has this give to it that where the other Kamen Riders were like, you know what I mean? Like he's not Batman. He's more Spider-Man, sort of.
Right. And it's going to be interesting, I think, down the road here to see how it's going to play out in the real world for him, because in the dream world, he gets to be the cool superhero who could do nothing wrong. And with this now bleeding over into the real world, maybe we'll see his luck start to change for the better.
He won't get hit with a frying pan or the ladle with it by his sister.
So,
bonk.
In I believe the last episode of the previous Rider, there was a clip that had been shared around where the two bumped into one another, essentially the passing of the baton, and he reached out and he managed to stop the previous Rider from getting hit by a truck, and as a result, he gets struck by lightning from a UFO flying by. So they will go completely out there with it.
Yeah, I saw that clip going around.
But overall, what would you guys give it?
As a first episodes are rough. They you don't know what you're expecting. You know how good things are going to be good or great. Did it blow me out of the water? No. Did it pique my interest? Yes. On that, I'm going to give it a 7.5 with room to improve.
Not bad. That's a C+?
Yeah.
It's a C+. Yeah. Like it could be a B. I was just wanting a bit more, you know.
Mm-hmm. And I think we'll be able to look back on this in a week or two, or a couple weeks, and we'll see once it's got a chance to get its legs under it how it will hold up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, depending on how the next 2 episodes are, I might revise episode 1 as a B, just because, especially with that the shadowy character.
Yeah.
You know, the guy with the comb over.
The emo kid.
Oh my god! I'm just like, what's his deal? What's gonna
slightly chubby emo kid with a trench coat and comb over.
Yeah.
You
He's
don't
like,
understand it's the nightmares.
Ohio is for lovers. Have you ever heard of Hawthorne Heights?
Not the khaki trench coat. That's a detective. He's wearing khaki trench coat. He's a detective.
Yeah, the other guy's wearing a jacket or something, right?
Oh, you're talking about what the guy who was like very cat-like and knocked a vase off the shelf just to like show us like it's a dream.
No, I'm talking about the weird one.
Yeah, he's talking about the weird one.
The blonde.
I'm talking about the other one. The other one is like, it's like those. Honestly, those 2 guys, the guys wearing the jackets, they're the only 2 that know it's a dream world.
Yeah.
One is like, we don't know who he is, but he's very much entwined with the
yeah,
dream world.
He's inducing some of it, right? He seems like he's in control, or
no, he's either going to be like some kind of shadowy villain, or he might be possibly the second writer. He might be a second writer as a possibility. I don't know.
Well, Punkwaddle, I got 2 questions for you. First, are you prepared to be the new Chill Penguin?
I'll try my best. Every now and then I get a little hot under the collar, but I do my best to stay chill.
And also, what did you give this episode?
Well, because it was a pilot episode, I was gonna go 4 out of 5. Because I didn't want to have to calculate that in between 7 or 8 points. And it's definitely not a 6. So
no,
4 to 5. Because like
if you were to put it to a 5-point scale.
I said 4 out of 5.
Yeah, 4 out of 5. Yeah,
that was my opening statement. But like, okay, the reason why is because, like I said, I have watched a few of these. I have watched some other Sentai. I have some, like, as far as bridging over to the West, using tropes, using things, like it starts off with dubs, but then it gets to English pretty quick. And maybe the fact that they're using right off the bat a Western cultural reference, right? So it's just really easy to graft onto. What?
You think they're easing into it?
No. What I'm saying is, no. What I'm trying to actually say is that because they're using 007 Bond, it's Western based, but everybody knows who Bond is, right? 7, secret agent. So you can see he's a dreamer. He's a kid. And then his sister's like, you have bad luck in real life. Don't be a hero. That, first she makes a comment, then later she's like, this is why I told you no, you have bad luck. And all these kind of things that you're wondering about, but it's like he's so, like, every junior high boy wanted to be Bond, right?
Right.
And so like he's a little bit older. He still has And so it really just, as you could just like that the inner child in you is like, oh, that's fun. I totally get this. Want to save the girl, save the the hot model on the poster you walk by every day. Like, yeah, like, and the way they play with the dream world.
And I think
anyway,
they went with the spy thing for a couple of reasons. One, this is the 7th series of the Reiwa era, because based on the Japanese calendar, how they kind of mark the passage of time. New Japanese Emperor came along. This is now the 7th series of it. Then you compound on top of that as well the fact that this was a series presumably designed and intended to be presented like a worldwide. And what's more worldwide, more recognizable than James Bond? It all kind of works in a way, and you're right. There is a lot with this that makes it easy enough to latch onto. He's going to be a hero who's going to jump into people's dreams and fight their nightmares. Mm-hmm. That's a really simple concept.
Also, that was kind of the concept of the Persona games too, in a sense.
Yep, I think
very Japanese.
Ronan mentioned it yesterday too. You're right.
And Phantom Thieves do it a slightly different way, but still. Yeah.
It's not like Persona 3 where they put a gun to their heads. But the other thing that's exciting with this as well is this is going to be something constantly ongoing that we can now point to when, Marvel puts out more slop, when DC puts out something mediocre. We can say, hey, guys, there's more competition out here. And, something you did touch on was the fact that with one of the big issues of Japan having their population crisis that's been ongoing, a lot of these franchises have had no choice but to expand out to the more worldwide approach.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I'm very happy with it. This has gotten this has had a better reception than I was expecting. I was a little afraid, kind of going in, because hey, you got your new toy, and other people are starting to look at it now.
Yeah. This is where you start getting the fans who are fans of Power Rangers, Super Sentai, things that had heard about Kamen Rider but never really jumped onto it. Now it's very accessible to them. What are they going to do? Are they going to go back and watch other shows and say how it's crap and this is the best one? Like, you're going to get all that stuff that we've been dealing with, and all the people, the tourists per se, but hopefully this latches on better.
I hope they don't do what they do to every freaking
what do you call it, fandom, and just start doing cry campaigns and demanding change, and then
right,
eventually,
that's always an issue. That's always an issue and a concern, that you have those cultural locals who come in and expect to come do something that is different and exciting and isn't like everything else, and then demand it gets pulled down and changed to be just like everything else, and then they just move on because they didn't actually care about this thing.
Or they'll go back and watch an old episode or old season and be like, see, these colors of Kamen Rider, they're our flag colors, and therefore they've been, secretly supporting us since before we had these colors on our flag. Wait.
Now, that's like or Macross, because those are two totally different things.
Yeah. Yeah. You can suggest anything, actually.
It's true. It's true. You can suggest anything.
And the reality is, at the end of the day, Kamen Rider is a franchise that is meant to appeal to slightly older boys. While yes, there are people of all ages, both genders that enjoy it. It is fundamentally, it has a core audience.
I'm gonna say this right now. No, Disney, this is not the boy brand you need.
No.
All right. Keep your filthy mugs off our bugs.
That's right.
So one of the things we have seen, for example, with that in mind, there have been some attempts with Ultraman, for example, has been getting its bigger push. We've talked about a couple of the shows and stuff that have popped up, and we've even started to see Ultraman starting to make an appearance at in the US. I think it was a Dodgers game recently that had an Ultraman night.
Cool.
Yeah, Dodgers
Do you
been
get
having a lot
extra
of
if you
stuff.
or a free ticket if you show up in spandex?
You would think that, but no. In this case,
I almost
they
spilled
had
my water all over my computer when you said that.
Ultraman and one of the Zentani. Now I'm seeing Decibel talk about the Zentrani. No, one of the Baleen aliens.
Okay.
The Baltan. They appeared at the Dodgers game like what 2-3 weeks ago.
Okay.
And people could go out there pose with the aliens, do the spectrum beams and all that. It was some kind of fun stuff just to kind of get that name out there.
We kind of do need that in baseball. It's true.
There's, if there's any two things that Japan loves aside from anime and tentacles, it is Ultraman and baseball.
Ultraman and baseball. Yep, I can agree with that. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Baseball's been big over there since, well, forever, honestly.
I mean, we got a baseball. I said we. There is a Japanese baseball player in Fortnite as about a couple months ago.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah. Let me look it up.
Is it Otani?
Huh?
Is it Otani? No.
I'm looking. Yeah, it's Otani. And that was also Dodgers too, which makes sense, right? This kind of goes full circle in a way because of his Japanese
Oh, he
heritage.
was with the Angels, so yeah, he just switched leagues. He didn't switch cities at all.
Well, I'm just saying because you just said it was the Dodger Stadium, right, Ironcaster?
Yes.
So again, hey, there's this really cool Japanese baseball player. Let's tie in his heritage.
He's really good.
Yeah.
He's really popular because he's really good.
I mean, so was what was that really, really tall basketball player that from on the Rockets?
Oh, what's his name?
I was gonna say Chow Young Tall, but that's just offensive.
Let me see here. So,
I know who you're talking about. I forget what it is.
Yeah,
Was it Mao Chang?
Well,
No.
in the most recent Ultraman movie on Netflix, the main player was a baseball player too. I think playing for the Giants.
Nice.
But here's a couple photos that came from the Dodgers event where they had Ultraman fighting them.
Showing me pictures, but it's not giving me his name. Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. But just hey, it's cool. We're getting some mecha love around the world. We love all the spandex rubber suit guys and fighting monsters. This is what it's all about.
Yao Ming, that's what he was.
Oh,
Yao
right.
Ming. I knew it was something. I knew it was Yao something.
Yeah. Also, that's a great still.
Yeah. Now Yao Ming was never that good. Like
He was tall.
Unfortunately, he was decent for a tall man. Honestly, I think Shaq was better though.
I think it was just because he was just an extraordinarily tall, basketball player.
Yeah, he was just.
But could
Yao Ming was super
Yao
big,
Ming, I think Yao Ming could make a free throw once in a while.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, and then also on top of that, you got to realize there's also a little bit of that. China's trying to push, something more of their people to be these international icons. So I can't help but wonder if there wasn't some dabbling in that way.
Yeah, possibly. I could take him one-on-one. I probably could.
I mean,
Yeah,
especially
Shaquille
now that he's no longer in the peak of his physique.
Oh yeah.
Huh. So, check this out, guys. little side tangent, but this kind of popped up over in one of the group chats,
Okay.
and I know a couple people out there might be interested to hear about this.
Okay.
Star Trek is getting some Legos.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yawn.
Oh, shut
Sorry.
up.
We
I'm
build
just like,
puppets,
oh,
not
look.
Legos.
Look, Legos is trying to freaking sell more like crazy crap,
And they'll mark it up like 1,000 times. Legos
Well,
are so expensive nowadays. It's like
Did you see that new Star Destroyer that's like $1,000 or something?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. It's literally $1,000, and
it's like
prices are
it's the
just too
same
out there.
size. It's less plastic, and it's probably the same size as a Perfect Grade Unleashed. The only difference is like the new Gundam is like $800, right?
Yeah. Well, and this is why, around in eight-ish years ago, 8-9 years ago, when I started getting into Gundam, I'm like, I could pay $16 for a decent high grade. I could spend 3 to 4 hours or more if I really, really want to get into it,
Yeah.
or spend $30 on a Lego set that'll take me 30 minutes to put together.
And you're gonna have a mediocre looking thing. It will look like the thing, but it'll be Lego style. Which is not bad.
There is the odd set here or there where I look at it, I think I actually really want this, and it's also but it's one of those things where it's like I have to really stop and kind of pick and choose my battles, pick my fandoms, pick my interests, because there's only so much space here at the Mechpit HQ to justify having stuff.
Yep.
I get it. I have more than I can fit anywhere, but I'm still down on collecting, but I still have it all.
Also, the fact that my nephew comes over and he's 5 and likes Legos is another reason for me not to buy any for myself.
I have a friend who will remain nameless, but I might have borrowed his hard copies of some of his anime a while back. I'm keeping him safe, but he's a big Transformer collector, and he'll get some of the new stuff and some of the nice stuff. Order it online, or sometimes Walmart will get it quicker than his pre-order, so he'll just get it. But he's been collecting some cool stuff. But we've got friends who have kids, and so he has his box of Transformers that the kids can play with, and the ones in the back that they don't get to see and play, higher up on the shelf. So it's like, I know what's gonna happen to these, and that's cool. And yeah,
Wait a minute. I suggest you cover Transor Z. I believe if we're gonna be technical, the real name is Mazinger Z.
I don't want to talk about a trans girl with boobs.
Yeah.
Sorry, I misread that.
Me too.
Yep. We got Veritak in the chat.
What's up? Is that like a Joey? Whoa! Not Alf.
Kill me.
More like the whoa. Like Blossom. Whoa. Joey Lawrence. Whoa. Wasn't one of the Lawrence brothers in like VR Troopers? Or one of those Sentai's from the early 90s.
Oh, probably when they made that jump over to the US, and they probably did the Power Rangers treatment.
Yeah. It was like the Space Police, whatever, one of those. Oh, there was. I mean, that's a deep dive for another time, but there was like 3 or 4 or 5 of those that were big in Japan that tried to give the same treatment, and some of them got 1 season, some got 2 or 3, but none of them really stuck.
So, what did you guys have to watch any of those? The Power Rangers.
Huh?
All of the other imitators that tried to be Power Rangers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like Beetleborgs, VR Troopers. And like I said, and Veritek mentions that VR Troopers was 2 different shows. One's that space deputy and something else. I don't remember Wind Spectre. There's a couple. I'm trying to remember though.
Because the one that's always kind of stuck out in my mind is the one that I did watch was Big Bad Beetleborgs. That was that other, not Power Rangers. Well, actually, that's not true. There was that and the Mystic Knights of Cherninog. Did you guys never see that one?
I heard about that one. I didn't actually watch it.
Yeah, the Mystic Knights of Cherninog. Like I said, I think I've heard the name, but it's not ringing a bell.
So that was that was one of the few of those kind of Power Rangers influx shows that did not have source material to go off of. So it was this I want to say this company that was in Ireland and was shooting at a totally original show with their own original suit footage.
Okay.
And it was all based on Celtic mythology.
Okay.
That one was pretty fun.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. But the one that always stuck out to me was was, for example, Big Bad Beetleborgs. That was the other one of those big shows I watched. And in particular, the character who was always kind of stuck in the back of my head that I can never forget the face of.
Mm-hmm. The blue butt chin like Jay Leno.
Yes.
Oh my God, I remember that guy. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Do you remember how bad his outfit was?
Yeah, it was like that purplish suit. Like it was just yeah. Oh God, it's worse than I remember.
A creature from the 90s. That's what that is. That
trying to make fun of Elvis.
Hey, it's 1997 and it's October. Are you kids?
That was like
ready to
1993.
or what?
That was 93, man. That wasn't even 97.
Okay, I was 3 years old in 93. I don't remember 93. But...
Well, it does look like somebody threw up in the 90s.
Yeah.
Or somebody threw up the 80s.
It's like they went and raided their dad's closet, who grew up in the 90s. Or sorry, the dad lived through the 70s, so they have all leftover 70s clothes because they were like a big Elvis super fan.
Oh yeah, that chin is just something else.
Oh my God,
that's big. Yeah, it is. Yeah, very much Jay Leno. You're right.
Hilarious.
Oh my God, look at this chin.
Yeah, it's literally Jay Leno.
We noticed.
Although I do think this one without the suit on is kind of funny.
No, you broke. Keep the mystery alive. You've broken the illusion.
He's very much. He's a precursor to. Oh shoot! Who's the guy from Lazy Town?
I was gonna say Genie from Aladdin.
No. The villain from Lazy Town.
I don't know what that is.
Robbie Rotten.
Robbie Rotten. That's it. Yeah. Thank you. That's who I thought.
What's Lazy Town? I don't know that one.
Lazy Town is it was
wasn't it like a Disney
late
show?
mid 2000. It's like 99 to like late 2000s kids television show. That's when it aired. I don't know when it was.
That's probably why I didn't see it, because I was going off to college and I was being cool
yes,
and
you
important.
definitely were.
Yeah.
And I had a little sister, so we watched that every once in a while, and it was really kooky.
There are
a total of 2 songs I know from that show because the internet.
We Are Number One.
Made them. Yep.
What's up,
Loki? Number one.
It's Bake a Cake. Yeah.
Well, there was that, but the other ones to go for was "You Are a Pirate."
You are a pirate. You are a pirate.
Fiddle-dee-dee. Do what you want because a pirate is free.
Pirates are free. Oh my God, that shit is hilarious. That is like that is a. It's funny you say pirate. It is a treasure trove of beamery, and it has been mined upon 1,000 times.
There
Yeah,
was
no, the pirate trope will never get to the bottom of it, will it?
Yeah, it had a whole bunch of like latex puppets too. So it was Robbie Rotten with the big prosthetic face, right? Very skinny, like very gangly movements and whatnot, and he'd always
Okay.
eat like ice cream and cookies and wanted to like lay down and rest and do all that stuff, right?
That's how I
But,
feel as an adult.
Yeah.
Before,
And then
well,
there's a superhero like what's his name? Is his name like Spartacus or whatever? I forget what it is. But he's like telling like all the people in the town to be like, hey, let's eat an apple. Let's do jumping jacks. I love push-ups, you know.
so
snacks
there. So someone took that "You Are a Pirate" video, and well, actually, it was a comic artist, Fred Perry, who's done a regular ongoing series for Antarctic Press called Gold Diggers, and he went and animated a bit of the song to it, and it's always kind of been in the back of my head. Is like that's the place where I think of it first and foremost, and someone saves it on YouTube.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the internet.
Do what you want, cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. You're our favorite indeed. Being a pirate is a rented thing. Do what you want, cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. You are a pirate. We got us a map to lead us to a hidden box that's all locked up with locks.
Whoa. It's not for kids.
Yeah.
Fred Perry is a kind of a magical man.
Is that a chastity belt?
No, that's just straight up a lock holding a bikini together.
I don't think it's holding anything together. I think it's weighing it down.
But nothing but, 2 bits of fabric.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Well, yeah. it's the poor man's chastity belt.
Look,
There's a lock on it.
We got to find that key to break open this lock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, it was already spiraling.
Look, it's fine. It's fine. We're gonna no one's gonna remember any of this stuff. So it's that there's not gonna be any sort of shame, embarrassment, none of that. Don't worry about it.
No, I mean no. Yeah. I mean, I feel like we've all hung out on Brandon's show and talked about anime.
Talked about some things that Brandon always plays innocent, but he always brings up the cricket crazy shit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's like I said, no shame, no judgment,
no shame, no shame.
Here's the thing, and I will say that because we're at a table with gentlemen right now, that sometimes being aware of something and knowing how to delicately bring it up in conversation in a respectful manner, a little witty, a little clever, and go about your business, right?
Let's talk about boobs, guys.
Right. Well,
right,
see,
Gator.
the real secret is, you gotta have the feelers out and kind of know a lot of little things about a whole lot of nothing. And
a lot of little feelers.
Sure full of nothing.
A lot of little feelers feeling nothing. That's what I told her. Yes.
That sounds like a tentacle thing.
But the internet is sure a magic place.
It really is.
Which is why elves make the best waifus, because they are magic.
Oh yeah, what was that earlier about choose your own waifu or a waifu adventure? Yeah. Well, we're talking about things, but not talking about things. Also, that Super Sentai stuff was great when we were kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is kind of crazy the way Sentai's going. It's like Hasbro basically shut down doing all that. To my knowledge, no one's picked up the rights to any of the other existing series to bring over. So that was sort of dead in the water. And
Power Rangers are dead in the water, right?
Well, yes, but there's been some attempts to try and do a reset, but there's not necessarily there's not been any real progress happening. I think, if anything,
who still has the rights to Power Rangers?
Yeah, Netflix dropped their project, and it's kind of
it's in that limbo now. Well, yeah, because
is it still Mattel who has Power Rangers proper? Who has Power Rangers proper?
maybe it's bounced around. It did bounce around for a couple of years, and Disney had access to certain aspects of it. Like that's why they can sell. That's why they can promote the Mighty Morphin era in Fortnite right now.
Yeah, they'll sublet some popular stuff. It's true.
Right, and they don't have the rights to all of them. They just have the rights to some of them.
Let's see. Currently, Hasbro owns it all.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, and Hasbro doesn't make toys, so okay.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? They're a general entertainment company. That's why they want to like do more video games.
And apparently, not that
Yes,
I
I've
really
been
want to get
lately.
into this, but apparently Visa and MasterCard also want to get into video games, apparently, by telling you what you can and can't play.
Yeah, that has been another ongoing story. And
I mean, yeah. I feel like there's a lot of people covering it, and there's a lot of people in our spheres that know what's going on. I don't know if rehashing it here makes any sense, but it's one of those things that's I think we're all kind of like keeping an ear to the ground on. Bless you.
Thank you.
Like I don't want PayPal to ban me because I picked up something on eBay once.
Right.
no, so I guess really the only other big news that wound up happening this week was Silksong.
Right. Yeah. Which how many years did it take to that release?
I believe it took a good solid 8 years.
Yeah, I mean that's
but-
not. I think Bayonetta 3 took 7, right? And GTA whatever we're on is going to take 40.
But the difference though being that in this case, Hollow Knight Silksong only has a dev team of 3 people.
Which is awesome.
Right, super tight group, and yeah, they could have probably got a game out sooner and faster, but at the end of the day, they wanted to make the game they enjoyed, and they did it. They did it right. And the metrics are panning out. I mean, they reached 580,000 people on Steam on Saturday.
Yep.
Mhm.
Which
Well,
that quickly after
it's-
release is insane.
Well, it's like when Pal World came out, even with the lawsuits from Nintendo, which ironically with Hoyoverse popping out, like we're doing a gotcha game about mounts. Are you gonna come after us? But just how Pal World had that small dev team, and once again, like if you take like you said, 7-8 years to work on something, but only 3 people, and you get a really good payoff, right? You're not paying 50 people,
It's
I mean,
just
hell,
unfortunate.
We're not even
Pokemon
paying
did that
50
because their
bucks.
last couple of games were shit. They
Well.
still sold like Pokemon cells. It's just the games weren't that good. And everyone
yeah.
was like talking to town was, hey, this game is actually much better than Pokemon.
Right. But
Which-
anyway, yeah.
Of course, if you look at the way that Pokemon, the new Pokemon change up, it is like so many steps backwards.
Mhm.
Like we're still using the same like battle cries from like their original releases. Like these aren't even like more updated modern cries. In a lot of cases, yeah, it's just got a little basic like 4-note cry. You've got character
I
models.
love Red and Blue. Red and Blue was my favorite game when I was growing up. And then Soul
liked it too.
Silver I played. My brother had Gold.
I don't.
I had Silver.
I don't.
And
own a
we played the
Pokemon
heck out
game.
of it.
I
I
would
have
say the peak of it was arguably that 3rd generation. Like as much as, and I enjoy Gold, Silver is probably my favorite games, but I think that red, that Gold, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Heart Gold.
That's probably
Soul
where I
Silver.
left off. I was like, this was great. I kind of liked Silver a little better, but I still played that 3rd one. Just because, But I kind of like it was like, I don't want to play with you no more, kind of thing to Pokemon.
Well, the thing is, you essentially had that generation of kids grew up and were now teenagers. So it was still kind of geared at little kids being insanely into it, but
Yeah, and
the kids who
there's a
started
whole bunch
with
of
it,
stuff coming out. What is it? So Silver came out before the PS2, I think.
Dang.
It was Game
yeah,
Boy
it was like
Color.
99.
Yeah.
When
So
did PS2
it was
come
Game
out?
Boy Color, and 2001, 2002.
So was Xbox? When did Xbox come out?
Like 03.
Was that late? I thought no. Xbox was out in 01 or 02. Because I remember.
Yeah, I think they both came out the same year. I think.
Okay.
We
So
didn't get an
basically-
Xbox, we got a PlayStation 2, but still.
Yeah, basically, PlayStation was the big guy in town, and Microsoft said, "Hold my beer," and then they said, "Oh crap,
Hold my
we gotta
beer.
keep."
We're also putting in a thing.
Okay, so-
Dreamcast was 99.
Yeah,
GameCube. I'm
99.
not sure when GameCube was.
GameCube was gonna be 98, I think. 98,
It
99.
was.
02.
It might have been
No,
02.
no, GameCube was around because I was still in high school with GameCube. I remember playing, like
Right.
007. Ironically, going back to our first, talking about Kamen Rider.
No, you're thinking of 64.
No. GoldenEye was on 64. There was also
Oh, yeah.
Tomorrow or whatever, where people were using rocket launchers to jump. Where I was like, no, rocket launchers should blow you up. You shouldn't be able to use a rocket launcher to jump. That's
Yeah.
crazy talk.
The Rocket Jump. Classic 2000s gamer.
And Snacks, I have 2 Nintendo 64s and 2 GoldenEyes. I know what that's all about.
Decibel,
No,
I
you're
did
probably
have a
right.
little news story for you here.
Just-
Just because I see my segues, I gotta grab onto them. This I saw was kind of cool. We are getting a little Atari game station, so you're gonna be getting a little portable Atari with a bunch of the retro stuff. There were some recent stories where the Atari crew were getting a bunch of the rights to some of those original Atari games.
It's cool. Can we get an updated version of ET for modern audiences?
It'll be just
Is
terrible.
it beatable
and in
or is
fact,
it still unbeatable?
No, it's gonna still suck, but worse, and it's gonna just make all the people that think they're gamers hate their life.
Makes sense. It's gonna be a bitter pill, but it's a pill that new gamers need to swallow.
Yeah.
Well, now the thing is though, a lot of old games, and there's a twofold thing, right?
Yeah.
Some of those were just poorly designed, because you would have a lot of, for example, there's a fundamental difference between different eras of gaming because you had the old school where you're trying to beat a high score.
Mhm.
The main problem being you're beating a high score on your own system.
Right. And then if you play the arcade version, it's different.
Well,
Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, it still existed, but you didn't have any real way to compare scores and have the online multiplayer there.
Right.
And then you would also have some game developers that were intentionally making them hard as possible to take advantage of video game rentals.
Mhm.
The Super Nintendo was notoriously bad for that. And bless you.
Oh yeah, mhm.
Like, for example, The Lion King and Battletoads. Both those games were intentionally made harder just to get people to rent it more.
Mm.
And there are some, you have a combination of just bullshit, bullshit logic in the game. You have, in some cases, issues with poorly optimized controls. Like, there are buttons they just flat out did not use that they could have on a controller.
Yeah, or they mapped it, or there's certain delays, or I mean, Battletoads for Nintendo was bad enough because the way the artwork was, you never knew. You had to walk every cliff to figure out where the actual edge was because you go to jump and you fell in because where's the actual edge of the wait?
And that's one of those things that modern devs who have a passion, know what they're doing, could have made that game better.
Right.
Like, as I'm willing to admit when I think older the older games, the older generations did have it better. There's just some undeniable facts there, but there is some stuff we can look at and say this wasn't optimized properly.
And properly, and some of it is some of the earliest stuff. They were just figuring it out, and they were just figuring out what they could do, right? And so, yeah, as they developed new systems, they didn't go back and refine the old stuff. They just, we're going to do this, and we're going to do better with this. The new bits, right? We went from 16 to 64.
We're in the phase of games are now movies. We're also in the phase of movies where movies suck.
Well, yeah, like visual novels.
When are we gonna get? Visual novels was another thing that was like a couple years ago. That was like a big rave,
and still
that was short-lived.
Well, no, for being like the most popular thing, but you still have visual novels. They've been around for a while. They're still going. They're just not the big fad they were. Like, what was that one? That dating sim with the Japanese or how many girlfriends that like Az and Makani were doing last year. Like everybody was going through.
Concord?
No. This was like a Japanese visual novel dating sim. Like, it got a little etchy.
So the only one that I could think of that really went big was Doki Doki Literature Club, but that was like 5 years ago.
Yep. Some people say it's new because there's a lot of people who never played it. And it's like, this game is new. That's kind of a thing.
But the reality is, video games have been movies for a long time. Guys like Hideo Kojima came along and did that, and in fact, those movies have been out for quite a while. You could like sit down and watch a 5-hour movie of Metal Gear Solid 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Let's see. You younger guys missed out on the experience of being able to play video games at home in the age of arcades. Well, yeah, but at the same time, though, there were compromises that had to be made with those home console versions that never made them as good as the arcade experience.
Well, I will say this: when the Super Nintendo came out, and you had the extra 2 buttons that mimicked you didn't have the joystick, but you had the D-pad, and you had the 4 buttons. You had the kick, punch, jump, and extra super move, right? Like, sometimes it was easier rocking that joystick at the arcade, but sometimes it was easy doing the thumb roll to do like the Hadouken, to do the Street Fighter 2 stuff, or the come here.
The thing is, even that Super Nintendo version was still had compromises of its own and limitations that were there. We didn't ever get a proper arcade experience until the Neo Geo came.
What's this Neo Geo you speak of?
You don't know about the Neo Geo game system?
Maybe I do.
The Neo Geo was a very popular fighting games, and you're fucking with me.
No, I'm laughing at Vince's comment. Sorry. I think I know what the Neo Geo. I just never really experienced it.
I know what it is. I played it, but
yeah, there were. I remember my dad on the Home Shopping Network got a gamepad. It was for the Nintendo, and it did have a little controller joystick and the little buttons. We didn't play with it very much; it only worked so well, but we had it.
It was a Korean dating sim.
Thank you.
See, this went by. I never even heard about this.
Oh, Makani was playing it, Az was playing it, and a few other big streamers were playing it. And those Asian girls have, I think, their own YouTube channel, and I think they're kind of known for who they actually are outside of that game and that studio. Just saying.
Cool.
Well,
yes. Thank you. Thanks, Jason, for proving I'm not crazy.
Yeah. Jace, man, thank you for filling that in for me. As for myself, I think if anything, I want a dating sim with some proper good choices. and of course, we have
Yeah.
elves.
Mm.
We need like an elf waifu dating simulator.
Are you saying that you would like to go farming in a different world?
I am. In fact, like, I understand that they have like plenty of them, like nice little songs they sing while they stomp grapes, and
Yeah,
it's rather
like-
wholesome.
yeah. So all you need is the
Is
the
it wrong
superior
to pick up
gardening tool,
girls
the farming
in
tool.
Elf Kingdom? Who knows?
In a dungeon. What?
Okay, Vince, they have to be elf mecha, elf cyborgs.
I was gonna say, doesn't Muv-Love already exist?
Why can't it be like normal elves, but they pilot mechs?
That's even better. And then no matter what, like the elves' ears have to stick out of the cockpit in the head. that's where it gets the horn from.
No, the horn is somewhere else, more transcendental.
But it's the controls are Darling in the Frank style. All the mechs are Darling in the Frank style. So,
Or they could just go dime a dollar with, Have you ever even watched that show though?
Which Starling?
What?
No, dime a dollar.
No.
The whatever versus the Penguin Empire. Brandon will show the clip every now and of the penguin men with their front tails. It's not what you think it is. Oh, it's exactly what I think it is.
Oh, right.
So that was a spoof kind of Darling of the Franks, but a bit more etchy, where things get, okay. So I will say this: when I first heard about
what's wrong with the controls? I'm just saying.
It wasn't the controls, but it was how to power up. Yeah. So being the fact that Penguin's my theme, and I heard, oh, there's a mecha anime that has to do with penguins. I have to know what it is. Wait, what the crap is this? I have to know what it is. I have to watch it. I was like, oh dear God, this is
Not like
Yeah.
this. Not like this.
Yeah.
Ah.
It's one of those things that would be borderline to talk about. Brandon doesn't know, but he might know.
Okay, guys, like I assure you, it's actually very important, especially when you get the context of what the actual cockpit in Darling in the Franks looks like.
Yeah.
Like, you don't understand, like, it is absolutely important that that the female pilot gets like that to basically be the control panel because the screens are on the back of her helmets.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it's more like the hooded helmet, but yeah.
It still feels like that's so far away for a visual aid from the pilot. Like, why can't the screen be any closer? Are they trying to protect his eyes by keeping his 3 to 4 feet away from the monitor at all times?
I mean, if you want him to pull closer, I'm sure he could.
Guys, it's called a HUD. It's a heads-up display. Right.
Oh.
It's literally on the head up display, okay?
I think I saw something like this once, but it was more. Never mind.
It's okay. Yep. And
So
the girls actually like when they go into the thing, they kind of turn into the robot itself. Like in a lesser extent. They're not fully super robot until later on in the series. But
I can't think of anything
It
to
gets
top
more.
this with. I think we've had our fun for tonight.
Yep. I think we're
Here
about
was.
oh, God forbid I talk about a mecha anime on the Mechpit show.
It's not like you pulled up the picture.
I did not.
Speaking of which, I need to watch Darling in the Franks all the way through.
Same.
It's not bad. Some people kind of get a little weirded out about it. I'm just like, Oh, is it the allegory of like, yes, you should have children with a loved one?
I love that theory. How like they think it was made solely because Shinzo Abe was like trying to get the Japanese to reproduce and have children.
Like, even if that was a subliminal message that was trying to like psyopt into the Japanese society, it's still a good anime. What the fuck?
I mean, sometimes you have to look at the natural assets of things, and you get the right angle of approach to really appreciate how to control the mecha.
I mean, for a hot minute there, 02 was like a top waifu of the year there. I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, easily.
But I think with that we go out on top while we've gotten back to some robots and some robots. With that said,
And robots.
Snacks, my friend, what's going on with you with the channel? You be sewing some plushies tomorrow?
I might do that live, maybe. I don't know. I have a lot of it's gonna be a lot of like do it in stages. So I'm gonna set like cut out the head, like probably I'll do 20. I'll do 20 sets.
Are we getting gator plushies?
It could be gator plushies.
I think Gator has enough of a fan base that we could get a gator plushie.
Okay.
I mean, if nothing else, just think about how badly all the other council members want to torture him.
These aren't gator voodoo dolls; they're gator plushies.
But they could be.
They really could be, and that's okay as long as they pay.
Gator can hump his own plushie.
The Gator could hump his own plushie, yeah.
Wait, Gator's gonna get one of those pocket pillows like you got at the con? Little Gator, little pillow?
Ironcaster could get a Gator plushie.
Look,
and
you
then
can
have it.
You can have your own pocket-sized Gator in your pocket-sized pillow.
We have a little tiny pocket pillow. So
yeah, I think I'll do a couple Gators and then a couple normal goblins, and then that sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. I have the head and the torso patterns already out. I just need to do some legs and arms.
Cool.
And
then maybe some ears.
Some horns. Teeth.
Ears are going to be real simple. Ears are going to be really simple. It's just going to be 2 pieces of fabric just stitched up. You don't even need to put any plyo fill because they're going to be really flat.
Perfect.
But yeah.
So Punkwaddle, what you got coming up, buddy? A little more penguin positivity?
Yeah, try to be positive tomorrow. I know there's the collision. I need to talk to Snacks about that because I might have a reason to be busy on Wednesday.
That's okay. Solo it. I'll solo it. It's fine.
Well, I'll say
it's okay.
Thank you, Vince. Thanks for putting up our links.
Maybe one day we'll
It's all good. Thanks for letting me know, because I was gonna. If you didn't let me know, I'd be like, "Where's Punkwaddle?" Oh,
well, I mean, I was gonna let you know. I'm also saying it on stream so that other people might be aware that it's not just I didn't.
No, that's also good. Yeah. Yep.
So.
So as for myself, I'll be on tomorrow with T-shirt. T-shirt at the night. But tomorrow we're doing Talk Hard over on Pops' channel, and we are talking about the movie Repo Man.
The rock opera?
No, not Repo the genetic opera. No, this is the 1984 movie about a bunch of like Gen X punks. Gen X punk who gets a job repossessing cars.
Okay. Also, I think I've seen that one. Yeah. Okay.
I made that mistake as well at first, so I'm right there with you.
Like the Volkswagen Touareg, when I first saw it, and the rock opera, and it had the flares and it had all duped out. I was like, that is an awesome car. And then I saw the real version that mostly they sold, off the lot. I was like, that's lame. I don't want one anymore. Anyway,
let's see. So other than that, I'll probably post some more some more waifus this week on X. People seem to like it.
Yeah.
Today,
that was good.
Today was elves. Maybe we'll find some like wearables for
Yeah,
Tuesday or Wednesday.
I love that character from Lotus.
Well, isn't tonight full moon, or was that yesterday?
Yesterday.
Oh,
Still, in light of the full moon, you could get some, that sort of action going on.
It's mostly faux now.
maybe we'll find one mooning.
It's one of
Either way,
those-
folks, I hope you all had a good, wonderful night. I want to make sure to thank you guys for coming on with me to help me pass this hour. I want to thank everyone out there who took time out of their day to come over here and have some laughs with us. And I want you guys to remember that the week is maybe just getting started, and be sure to take care of yourselves. So relax, take care, everyone. Have a good day. I love you.
Burn this.
I'm sorry?
This must never be seen by anyone.
We can...
All copies. Destroy.